Let me close something out. Welcome to Cash on Camera, aka Command the World Stage. I'm Naima Singletary, and I am a power mentor. My genius is power, and I help women who know they are powerful, who are ready to break free, who are ready to step into their power, command the world stage, and really do either what they know that they came here for, or are ready to take all the trauma and harm and pain that they've moved through and transmute it and elevate that transmutation into a message, a clear, refined message that they can then bring out onto the world stage, have the impact, make the money, and live the life. Again, my genius is power. Okay, someone commented on one of my peers' posts yesterday, and she's like, Naima, the power queen. I'm like, yeah, that's one way, right? That right there. Okay. So if you are a woman leader, if you are a woman, a transformational coach, if you are a high level consultant, when I say high level, I mean, you're doing truly transformational work. I like to make that clear. Truly transformational work. Okay. Core level work. Dealing in people's hearts and bodies and healing and consciousness and the relationship with money, the relationship with others, and the multitude of relationships with your employees, with your spouse, with your children, with your siblings, with your parents, with yourself. So that's my jam, my genius, my zone. And today's topic is boundaries, because people might try to take advantage of me. How did this come about? So I'm currently inviting folks, those folks include you, into Cash on Camera. Now, Cash on Camera is your golden ticket if you are the woman that I've described here and you're ready to command the world stage. And you're dealing with the fear, you're dealing with, well, what is my message? You know, how do I present on camera? How do I do this in an organized way, deliberately in an intentional way, so I actually have the impact, so I actually build the skill, so I actually build the confidence, so I'm actually supported in a real sustainable way. Cash on Camera is a 5-day intensive masterclass. It's interactive, it's results driven, it's amazing. I am in this with you, all in. Because my goal is to have this power that's sitting inside of every woman who I'm meant to work with, for her to access this power and to learn how to embody this power and to wield it at will, to do the work she's here for, to have the relationship she hungers for, to have the finances she hungers for, and everything else that's in her heart to have. Okay. So I'm inviting you into this. And so what I'm doing is I'm on a circuit of sorts of, you know, having these conversations on different walls of different peers and clients, etc. Yesterday, I was on one of my colleagues or peers' Facebook wall and live talking about transmuting pain into fuel to command the world stage. And a woman commented, I got to put up boundaries because people might try to take advantage of me. And I could feel the core of what's going on there. I'm telling you, it shows up. It's the same root. We just use different words as women to talk about it. Now, this woman said, yeah, I got to put up boundaries because people might try to take advantage of me, right? Another woman might be like, somebody might, like in my instance, I've said many times, the fear of being killed. Like I would have panic attacks around being visible. The very first time I remember vividly having a panic attack around somebody's going to kill me with this message is I was on tour, and the name of my tour was called Better Sex and Deeper Intimacy. Now on the surface, it just looks like better sex, deeper intimacy. It seems, you know, depending on your level of consciousness and experience and integration, it may seem, you know, basic. Better sex, deeper intimacy. But really what I was talking about was power. And the gateway of intimacy. And when I say intimacy, I don't even mean intercourse. So many people think intimacy, I see like small, people have limited. Anyway, And I remember it was so, my intent with the tour was so deep and true and pure, just like the pureness, the truth of when you just sit with another human being, devoid of all of the mental chatter, devoid of the story making that we make about ourselves and other people when it comes time to just be with another human being. Basic stuff. It seems so basic, but underneath it, it's so powerful. And it connects us to that root, to that core, to that one source from which we all come. And I remember being on this tour, and I was traveling from Fort Lauderdale, because one of my stops was, I think it was one of the beaches, not Daytona Beach, but somewhere in Florida. And then another stop in Atlanta. So I was on my way from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta, and I was at the airport in Fort Lauderdale, and this panic attack just came over me. And it lasted for like 3 days. And I was like in and out of managing it. And so her thing was boundaries, because people might try to take advantage of me. Mine was, oh my God, someone is going to try to kill me. Another woman might be like, I'm afraid of, if I'm seen, if I'll be rejected, if people would judge me harshly, if I'll be ostracized. And that starts to hit that biological need to belong and to be in a tribe. So when I heard her say this is what I heard, her hitting that core level, that core of, will I be annihilated? Will my life be over? Or will that leave me? Like that core biological thing that hits so many people, to belong, to be in some kind of family, even if that family is just you and your one friend, or you and your spouse, or you and your mom, whoever is that one or more people that constitutes your family, your human family, right? Because you may feel like you have a spiritual family, but I'm talking about people you can touch, who can hug you, who you can sit and actually talk to and get facial expressions and feedback from, commune with, and physicality. And so this I'd like to talk today about the realities of this, and one, that you're not alone in this, and that this is very normal. And that I know we live in a world where there's, and I'm so grateful too, there's a simplification, depending on how much time you spend on social media and how much you make that your life, and how much you've allowed that to really penetrate you and penetrate your desire and penetrate how you think and penetrate your decision making, versus how much time you invest in content and information and books and things that really help foster an expanded way of thinking, that really help to foster truth, absolute truth, right? Elevated truths, see, and living where your primary thoughts remain elevated, even if you get hit by, an inferior thought or inferior interaction with someone that feels energetically low, right? Low vibe, that because your primary way of being is elevated, it doesn't knock you down the way it would if you were also predominantly hanging out in lower frequency, lower thought, lower expectation, lower language, lower daily behavior, lower content through 2-3 hours a day, which is so easy to do, believe it or not, right? 2-3 hours a day on social media, just sucking in, low things, comments that are just so like divisive and low, and never taking you where you really want to go, unless where you want to go is low. And I imagine if you come here regularly with me, that is not what you wish to be your dominant way of thinking and being with yourself and others. And so this whole element of boundaries, because people would try to take advantage of me, what I'll say to that is, a person can only take advantage of you if you allow it. So again, back to power. Everything is back to power. Everything is back to power. You are the source. You are the source. Everything comes back to power. Everything. Every conversation. And I'm here for 15 minutes, by the way, 8 a.m. until July 22nd. So I won't go deep into that, but every single topic, just pluck one from the online sphere of topics, transgender, and thoughts and feelings about that. The Roe v. Wade, thoughts and feelings about that. Relationship, your thoughts and feelings about that. Your money, your thoughts and feelings about that. How you live, your thoughts and feelings about that. How to travel, when to travel, your thoughts and feelings about that. People having feelings about this and disagreeing with you. Everything goes back to power. Sovereignty, what do you think and feel? No one has to agree with you. You choose. Free will, always. Any thought that you're small and people are gonna take advantage of you and come and, manipulate you and all these things. Let me share something real quick as I'm wrapping up here. It is a gift to be played. It is a gift to be rejected. It is a gift to be accosted, harmed, taken advantage of. It is a gift. There's a quote, you may know this, and I'm paraphrasing, and it says something like this. Someone once left a very dark box in my life, or someone once left a lot of darkness in my life. And it took me a long time to realize that that too was a gift. Take that in. Okay? It is a gift to be played. When you look at what you have overcome and trauma that you have transformed and pain that you have transmuted, it is because someone harmed you, someone abused you, someone ignored you, someone rejected you, someone took advantage of you, someone talked about you, somebody played you, that forced you to really go within yourself and look for what is true, to look at where you allowed that, where you agreed to that, where inside of you, you may have even wanted that. Because for whatever reason, you didn't know how to grow up. Or maybe there's something kinky in you that likes pain. So you generate experiences of pain in you. And you didn't realize that you were in a pattern of creating your own pain. And this one event that felt like a stab right in the middle of your heart forced you to go deep enough in a way that you didn't have the strength and the depth and the pull to go deep enough to see yourself in the purest light, to see yourself in the purest light. Come on. Harm is a gift. Now, if it continues, you got something to look at. You got some truths to tell, okay? You are powerful beyond measure. And the degree to which you reject that is the degree to which you will suffer just to suffer. You're so powerful, you can hardly stand it. You're so powerful, people don't know what to do when you stand in your full power. And I know that as a matter of fact. I don't feel it. I don't believe it. I don't hope it. I don't wish it. I know it. It's my absolute genius. It's because of my own pain, my own harm, my own contribution of pain to my life that has forced me to go deep inside myself to see the core spot that exists in every single human being. Girl, listen. Hey, hey, hey! You can say, you can throw, you can disagree. I know what is true. It exists. It is pure and it's incontrovertible. And this is what I'm supporting every human being who wishes to do the same. And even better, who commits to coming into their own power. Okay? Commanding the world stage and being a bright light. Listen. and being a bright light, telling the truth. Telling the truth first about you, never mind the rest of the world, the truth about you. Bring your message forth. Say it, organize it, do it on purpose, treat it seriously. That's what Cash on Camera is about. Come on, that's what Cash on Camera is about. That's what we're doing. So I'm closing. I'll be back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll leave you with this. Life is a heart game.